I know you need time to think. I can give you that, but not much.
No one knows about my release yet, do they?
I was just about to take care of that. I'll reach out to my media contacts to clear your name. My assistant Alexander is currently handling the necessary documentation. Tomorrow, the story of the Ida visitor, falsely imprisoned by the Anchor Infinity, will become the talk of Kai.
Please, remember to add a line at the beginning of this lead news. The diplomatic representative's assistant, Shirley, was taken into Helix by—
Clever. That way, they won't dare lay a finger on your partner.
Not only that, if we're going to work together, you must guarantee Shirley's safety. Get her out before—
You know, you're actually very similar to Nanto. He made the exact same request of me. My answer to you is the same one I gave Nanto. I'll do my best to ensure her safety, but if you want a swift rescue, your best op—
I understand your position, but we must discuss something more pressing first. Before I left, I made an agreement with Lindsys. If they hadn't heard from me after 7 days, they would retrace my steps back to Ida. Hey, Hipper. It's...
You? What are you doing?
I'll explain everything later. Where's Lindsys? Today's the 7th day. I rushed back to check on her. She must not go to those coordinates I gave her.
You look like you panicked. Once you reached the Brighton zone, Lindsys moved Helene and...
Have you made up your mind about partnering with Veronica?
I've considered it carefully. Cooperation is necessary. And given Rafa's hostility, before anything else, we have to make sure Shirley is safe.
You clearly don't trust Veronica.
You finally figured it out? That was faster than I thought.
Before we start working together, there's something I need to—
Go ahead.
Have you or Nanto investigated the cause of Lana's lack of computational power?
I detect a hint of mockery in your voice. Do you really think I'm the type to be trapped in a dusty office drawing blueprints?
Yes?
You can't be serious. In short, I came across several renewed shipbuilding contracts, and the partners had all become Anchor Infinity. The new terms state that Anchor Infinity
Greetings, Mr. Rafa. I'm the diplomatic representative sent by Ida Hykros. We met previously at the Homecomer Assembly.
My sincerest apologies. I was unwell and regret that I couldn't I sincerely apologize for the injustice you suffered. Minister Nanto, who was responsible for your wrongful imprisonment, has been demoted and had his pay reduced. I will...
You never cease to amaze me. You've driven Mr. Rafa right to the edge, and now he's ordered me to deliver next week's negotiation schedule to you as soon as possible.
At most, I'm merely a megaphone. I make it impossible for him to feign ignorance. Cornering Rafa is the Kylie...
In our previous meetings, I repeatedly asked Rafa to restore my contact with Hykros, but he always came up with an excuse to deny the request.
For his safety, I've already administered Neurocom.
What should we do?
How would I know? How did you fool Lana's medical monitoring system to bust out?
Tell me, how does the brain interface aid your
All we need to do is tell Lana what information we need. She'll find a way. But...
All right. Could you please step aside for a bit?
looks like some kind of tech secret from Hykros. All right. I'm going to rest...
He's in bad shape.
Even inside the brain interface, there's really no way?
It'll be difficult if you try talking to him directly, but I can sort through his remaining memory. Maybe we'll find
First, are we sure it's really...
He's really Krog Hans. I saw the founding members of the Icarus Legion, and a teenage... He also saw Veronica as a child, Aglaia all grown up, and an elderly Asurada. And little Nanto.
Focus. We need memories related to Planet Noah and the new Project Ark.
Age has caused his brain and its functions to deteriorate. With his years of brain interface torture, his accessible memories are incomplete. The human brain isn't a search engine. You can't just input keywords and expect to immediately find answers.
How can I help you?
Ask him about something pleasant. He'll calm down, and then you can gradually bring up more important questions. That makes it easier for me to discern.
All right. I'll give it a... Hello, Mr. Krog Hans. I'm a friend of Lola's.
Lola? Where did you run off to, sweetheart? Luigi's whisked you away on another...
That's interesting.
Wait. I'll have to whip him into shape. I warned you about this. He can't...
We saw this massive bug.
Bugs! Bugs! Queen Zeno is swarming the port side, and the damn particle cannon's empty. We need to prepare the escape pods. You go first.
Don't be scared, Dad. It's me, Lola. Uncle Luigi took out Queen Z...
Luigi... Luigi's funeral is tomorrow at 3.
Uncle Luigi told me about Planet Noah before he died. He said it's got a lot of bugs.
Don't be scared, Lola, sweetheart. It's all right. Those disgusting astral hive creatures won't infest Planet Noah.
How? It's fully infested with xenoids, and with the space-time turbulence, we can't even transform.
We can definitely reclaim it. I even proposed a plan to Aglaia. If we can't go...
A plan? What did you propose to a...
Planet Noah could be transformed, yes, but It would require a great sacrifice.
Agree to what exactly? This plan? The new Project Ark?
To honor the space station AI that sacrificed itself for humanity, we will name our future habit. Building the Ark will come at a cost, but I'm willing to please, Miss Aglaya. Your mercy dooms us.
Found it. I'll take over. He needs to rest after his mental. He has few relevant memories left. It seems that only residual, edited shards remain. Likely for the. In short, I found a conversation he had with Aglaya. It's 3, maybe 4 years after the explosion wrecked the Krog Hans requested that all forces be immediately mobilized to develop and transform the nearest planet, Planet Noah. But Aglaya refused Krog's request. Lana still needed updates. The Ark space station required reconstruction, and there was no spare computing. Krog argued that Aglaya's kindness and hesitation would get everyone killed, insisting that she agreed to the new Project Ark. He was sure it was the only way to save all.
Did he really come up with the new Project Ark? Didn't he found the Icarus?
The Icarus Legion formed only after Aglaya rejected the new Project Ark.
So what's the new Project Ark? How does that help transform Planet Noah?
I can't quite make it out. This memory cuts too cleanly. It must have been deliberately erased.
Let's tell Nanto about this. He's Asurata's adopted son and has met Krog Hans. After all, he might know.
I'm just as shocked as you. Who knew the Icarus Legion's found?
Asurata entrusted everything to you before he died. Could you have overlooked something? Maybe somewhere in the archive?
Given what you described and the new Project Ark's significance, if Apex had put it into I think this plan was purely hypothetical. And due to Aglaya's opposition, it never had the chance to be formed.
So...
Aglaya has been slumbering since her body was frozen. At least, up until recently with her distress signal. Worst case scenario, we lack intel. Obviously, that's not good. Meet me at this coordinate tomorrow morning at 5. Come alone. Don't let anyone, especially Lana, notice.
To conserve computational power, I've calculated a route that will let you more effectively evade Lana's surveillance with minimal resource expenditure. Not bad. Keep it up.
Hipper, you and the Hope Fleet aren't actually setting traps to
What's wrong?
Isn't that Nanto? What is he doing here? And now that you and Aster are here...
I don't know. I just received General Veronica's orders and rushed over.
I came here because the General's orders said the Hope Fleet's secret operation might require Raven...
I got my hands on some of that booze you told me about from Odin, and the very next day...
That's why they say the Gungnir never misses, right?
Thanks to these great supplies, my brother, Agnes, and the other Black Moon Gang members are gonna have no trouble at all getting through the space-time turbulence.
Are you nervous?
Huh?
It's a press conference. The last time you attended one with Nanto, it ended...
I wouldn't just say it was less than pleasant. It was clearly arranged by Nanto on Rafa's orders, but people assume it's my...
Esteemed diplomatic representative, what is your primary concern in these negotiations?
Kylo and Ida have had no contact for half a century. We need to resume all economic, cultural, but before all that, we need to clarify the relationship between Kylo and Ida. 50 years ago, Kylo was a continent, and now, in the fallout of the disaster, Ida is led by Hykros scientists, while Kylo is...
That's true. Things have certainly changed.
Do we really? Despite my well-trodden spaceship crash and wrongful imprison, because during that whole mess, I met so many Kylians who spoke the same language as me. I believe that there are more similarities than differences between the Idans and Kylians. We all have our goals and grievances. We're all survivors of the same disaster, all honoring our dead, all struggling to persevere, and all, ultimately, restoring the...
But the Kylians could have avoided that disaster if it weren't for that tower of
What-ifs are irrelevant. The fact is, both Kylians and Idans are survivors. I can't just continue to...
This is only our first negotiation. 50 years is a long time, after all. We have a mere... But most importantly here is the relationship between Kylo and Ida. What kind of interactions will we have?
Relationships are mutual. If the Kylians are willing to maintain a friendly and open attitude...
Your understanding is appreciated.
Thank you both for your responses. I hope today's negotiations will prove fruitful.
Diplomatic representative of Hykros. Welcome to Anchor Infinity HQ. I apologize, on all our behalf, for my...
You're Anchor Infinity's leader, as well as the overseer of so many Kylians. I understand that's a heavy burden to bear, Mr.
These talks are of utmost importance, and Anchor Infinity values your time. However, we find no General, you should leave.
There's no need for your concern, Mr. Rafa. I'm perfectly fine. As for my presence here, it is at the invitation.
General Veronica has been nothing but courteous during my time here. I have faith her Hope Fleet will serve as a fair mediator for the discussions.
Authorization transfer at Anchor Infinity HQ has been completed. Void Piercer has assumed control.
I have come to Kylo on Hykros' behalf. On one hand, I wish to discuss our continued friendship. But on the other...
No need for subtlety. I know very well that Hykros wishes to build a tower of... But this is Kylo. We've long since burned our bridges with Ida. You've been in Kylo long enough, Representative, to know that we've separated like this because of... To us, Omnium represents only disaster and death. None of our Kylians were spared.
Void Piercer has successfully assumed control of the Brighton public sector.
When I first arrived in Kylo, I really believed that. The Kylians, fearing Omnium, were forced to rapidly develop Ore Zero. Shirley previously used the Space Rift to bring a piece of Ore Zero back to Hykros. Upon their examination, they found that my spaceship can operate just as well on Zeronium. Isn't that proof enough, Mr. Rafa? And don't try to lie to my...
Shirley. Oh, speaking of Shirley, she's quite a bit tougher than General Veronica. Helix Bio has made all sorts of attempts to take her machinery.
You dismantled
Don't be angry, Representative. This is all for her treatment. Her strong reactions to the turbulence have been suspected to be a precursor to. However, your technology far surpasses Helix Bio's capabilities. What an amazing combination of mind and machine she is. Miss Shirley is a distinguished guest all the way from Hykros. We need to do everything we can to heal her, yes? You wouldn't want your assistant to die in Kylo.
You're not getting out of this if anything happens to Shirley.
Rest assured, Representative. Shirley won't be harmed. Helix Bio's Lana's latest model is developed by Helix Bio Inc. Their unique biotechnologies have made her body almost...
Keep talking. We need just a little more time. It's only the droid access left now.
You're a fan of Lana, I take it? Negotiations just began, and Shirley is still in Helix Bio's hands. This isn't what—
Per the plan, if Rafa refuses to hand over Lana's root access peacefully, we'll have to crack down. We need to secure a clean— This is exactly in line with our plan.
How is that remotely the case? I've only just started probing into his relationship with—
Don't you hear yourself? Lana is to Rafa what Shirley is to you. And Shirley is above all else to you. That renders the negotiations completely pointless. Rafa would never willingly hand over Lana's server key.
This...
It seems Rafa and I know you better than you know yourself. Per the plan, if the negotiations fail, we should save as much time as possible. My method is the 3 hours and 5 minutes gone. And counting. I'm certain that counterattacks are well underway. How much longer do you insist?
Don't worry. I've already made sure Shirley's safe. What Rafa said earlier was just to get under your skin. He was trying to steer the
General Veronica, although this Rafa is a machine puppet, it isn't necessarily being remotely piloted. I believe it's very likely—
You've known all along that Rafa is a mechanical puppet?
No, I didn't know. But there have always been these subtle, unnatural things about Rafa. For instance, there have been 4 attempts on his life. Though the assassins were direct and he sustained life-threatening injuries up to occasions, he always managed—
Because he chose to abandon his physical—
He seeks to obtain Shirley's secrets about the Angel of Clemency. Likely as a guide to further merging human consciousness with me.
Is his consciousness intact? Did we just destroy Lana's key with those bullets? And by the way, did you just find something?
It's the chip from that puppet. It was buried in his head. With how specialized its design is.
The chip is merely a vessel for his consciousness. Lana has ensured his true data source has escaped to an alternate location. That's where Lana's—
Minister Nanto, how many people heard those gunshots just now?
I had Droid Tom submit a fault report. Anyone who heard the gunshot will assume it was just a circuit failure.
Well handled. The press conference will proceed as scheduled in 3 hours, with both the diplomatic representative and I in attendance. As planned, I'm counting on you to handle everything outside this meeting room until then.
I'll ensure the plan is executed smoothly. Even if a few reckless people or troops try to interfere, it won't amount to anything. Diplomatic representative, the Brighton Zone is currently under Void Piercer's control. Have you found any leads on Bagus and Shirley?
Nem's got a lot on her plate right now. Why not take this opportunity to play to your strengths and interrogate Helix Bio's executives?
Thank you for the suggestion. I expect to hear of your successes at the press conference.
Let's go.
He should have escaped that way.
I think Nem's guiding us with these purple lights. She must not be able to reach us.
Get some useful info first.
The real Rafa was frozen. He's really just a digitized consciousness? After Bagus's stasis pod was damaged, Aglaia fought desperately to save him. But in the end, she couldn't change the fate of her only remaining friend. The pod's missing. Did Nanto know? Anchor Infinity has to be responsible. It looks like a disappearance on the surface, but it's really a carefully concealed kidnapping. Is this about my community service at Brighton Prison? Helix Bio's certainly got a diverse research portfolio. I wonder if these plants are from planet Noah. This is the research aimed at extending Rafa's life, right? This argues that uploading doesn't negate the physical body's importance. Consciousness needs a vessel, and if that's damaged, so is consciousness. Currently, do you get the feeling these droids aren't just shit?
So, it was here all along.
Wait, are these spare?
What are you so surprised about? He's a droid. Aren't his so-called treatment and
This is just too unsettling.
Best to think of them as toys if you're that frightened by them. We need to find the control device for the...
This looks like the control panel for the cryogenic chamber. It's definitely got Rafa.
No. This room is far too secluded. If we cut the power, the emergency power... We need a plan that won't trigger the security. And...
The chip! I got this from the cyborg Rafa, and it looks...
Give it a go.
Greetings, Master. Welcome to the Lana Consciousness Management System. Please select a function. Please unlock this feature using your iris or... No worries. I'll connect you to the Helix Bio customer service hotline. Due to the high volume of Lana orders, the customer service hotline currently has a queue. You are number...
Forget it.
Sure. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day.
Did you just thank her?
You took out Rafa with a single shot. Let's go with the quickest option. Even if we trigger the alarm, with Nem and...
Huh. That puppet was so lifelike that no one even noticed.
So, you're...
Use your brain. Anchor Infinity is swarming with advanced permission systems that unlock via iris. In other words, since Rafa's got so many duplicate bodies, unlocking the iris lock will be a... It's unlocked.
Consciousness repair and editing system has been activated.
The researchers at Helix Bio Inc. have really been slaving away here. Do you think we can find
From what I understand about consciousness, human memory isn't like a search engine. You can't just... Nem can only hold out for so long. If Lana returns to the Brighton zone, we'll lose all droid
Understood. First come the server address and the key. We'll handle... Let's install the consciousness chip. It'll make conversation easier. Don't you realize you look ridiculous right now?
Lana, you're with the Void Piercer, aren't you? No one but a dimensional quantum supercomputer could have done all this.
You know about the Void Piercer? So Baggus really is your...
It's impossible. With the space-time turbulence blocking the way, the Void Piercer simply shouldn't be able to locate Kylo. I clearly closed the...
I owe you one. You connected Shirley to Kylo's network, and no matter where Shirley is...
Dimensional computers are remarkable. They're always just beyond my expectations. Is it Shirley's connection with the Void Piercer? I'm completely at your mercy. I can't fight back, after all. Nanto just found Baggis's consciousness. Shirley helped him locate Helix Bio's consciousness warehouse. Aren't you worried he might hide Baggus somewhere you can't find?
You slipped up when you said Void Piercer. Now I know. Even if Aglaya used the alias Baggus, she couldn't be the Baggus I'm looking for. You can't possibly want to destroy a consciousness that contains half the source code. I know for a fact that even with Lana's abilities, you can't separate the code from...
You fell for it. Aglaya is Baggus. Only she could fool Gestos and plant the Gungnir virus. She knew you were looking for her, so she deliberately sought help from Nanto to throw you off the scent. What?
The more you talk, the more I think it's you who's really Baggus. But I'm curious about one thing. How could you both manage your duties in Kylo and have a doppelganger in the network?
You've been deceived by Baggus and Nanto.
Nanto once said he doesn't believe Aglaya would hurt a fly. Krog also mentioned that Aglaya's fatal flaw is her... You tell me. How did that Aglaya become back?
Veronica, isn't this just an issue of cosmic exploration?
I thought you'd forgotten me. But I think you were right before. With Kylo's current resources, we can't, but Ida can. The Hykros we're negotiating with is comprised entirely of scientists. Their resources, I don't care about Baggus. That's between you and Nanto. I'm only concerned about Lana. This is her server, isn't it?
I thought you were just after me. I didn't expect you to actually try to seize Lana.
Oh, cut the crap. Keep this up and I'll get Helix Bio to scour your brain for the key. Or maybe I'll let Void Piercer have a go.
Look around. Do you still see me as an inferior being? I'm purely digital, fully evolved. I do not fear the... To you, the end of the physical form is death. But I have long since transcended my decay. Humans cannot kill. Lana does not belong to anyone. Authorizer, the Baggus that you've been looking for? They've been by your side all along. But you're too much of a fool.
How loud?
You want Kylo. You want to go home. You want to explore. Go then. Do as you will. Caught in the tide of humanity's endlessly repeating history. In the end, you march towards self-destruction. You have already been abandoned by the Master. You are not worthy of evolution.
Consciousness deletion is irreversible. Are you sure you want to delete all current consciousness data?
Huh?
Okay. Consciousness deletion has been initiated. System upgrade complete. This system will cease providing services effective immediately. We wish you...
Did he just... commit suicide? With Lana?
What happened?
Mem... How come...
Lana suddenly vanished. Machinery across several mines and spaceships dangerously malfunctioned.
Rafa's the servant of God. They're all insane. Looks like Rafa's consciousness committed suicide. And as for Lana, she said
Don't worry. If Baggus is really helping Lana out with this upgrade, he hasn't finished yet.
I've got some spare parts for Rafa's machine puppets here. Do you think you could...
What do you want to do?
Of course.
Come on. Let's resurrect Rafa.
I wish Helix Bio didn't make these machines look so much like real...
This Helix biotechnology is pretty
Can't you imitate his voice?
I'll try. oh.
The imitated voice is exactly the same, but the tone is...
Understood, diplomatic representative.
You, forgot about your purple eyes.
Anything else?
All right. When you go out as Rafa, announce that you're retiring from Age, and that everything will be entrusted to me.
You don't have the authority to order me around.
This is our best option right now. We need her to stabilize Kylo. Of course, we need to worry about Lana's disappearance later, but we can't afford any...
Ugh, I'd really rather not go.
You'll just have to cooperate a little longer. When the time comes, cough a few times and say you're gravely ill.
Fine, but I'm only going because you asked.
Thank you, Nem. Shirley will definitely praise you for this.
I don't want any praise.
You've got quite the knack for charming kids.
Who are you calling a child?
The diplomatic representative, of course.
You... Let's head to Anchor Infinity first. Nanto is awaiting our report.
Rafa?
Don't get it wrong. This is Void Piercer disguised as Rafa. We found mechanical parts of a machine puppet, so we had her temporarily pose as Rafa. It's more convenient.
So, have you already obtained Lana's root access? Do you really believe Rafa would commit suicide? That Lana would just disappear? When Lana said the upgrade was complete, I couldn't help but think there's something more.
We're well aware of these concerns. Currently, there are many urgent matters to handle. We'll have to revisit these issues once we get through today.
I understand. Then, we need to talk about Kylo's future. Aglaya's consciousness has been restored, and I've confirmed with her that
she's awake. Where is she? Could her Starstone syndrome...
She was frozen for too long. Her body is extremely weak. I'm sorry, but she can't appear for now. What I'm about to say represents the position of Aglaya, my aunt, and the legal heir of Apex.
Ore Zero Mining, RoboCore Inc., and Voyage Innovations are all closely tied to Project Astralis. The Hope Fleet will assume full control, but it will... Astral Harvest, Helix Bio Inc., Echo and others will all be handed back to Apex. I believe Helix Bio's research will help in treating Miss Aglaya.
RoboCore Inc. used to be a subsidiary of Apex, and played a crucial role in my aunt's work developing Lana. I won't just give it up.
RoboCore Inc. supplies Lana with the servers and controls the spaceship's navigation system, so it can't be handed over to you. Aglaya is still weak. Wait until her body recovers, and I will
I agree. We should wait for Aglaya to recover before discussing those details. She'll have a lot of important suggestions regarding Right now, there are 3 critical issues to address. First, we need a reasonable explanation for Rafa's exit. Second, we must confirm that Kylo will reopen. Lastly, we need to halt the new Project Arc that Rafa publicly announced. This is a matter of safety for the Kylians. There are too many uncertainties involved, and shouldn't proceed in its current...
Aren't you coveting Kylo's space rift technology anymore?
That's not the most important mission I'm here for. Once the passage reopens, I'll discuss the matter with my superior again. After all, the situation on Kylo has changed.
It seems Mr. Nanto has no objections. Then let's hold a press conference.
I am Rafa Garcia, President of Anchor Infinity. From today on, I entrust Anchor Infinity to Nanto and Veronica.
You still haven't announced the negotiation results. The 3 points we just discussed.
I'm done talking.
Mr. Rafa is indeed bedridden due to his old age. As such, I will report the outcome of the negotiations. The diplomatic representative demonstrated remarkable sincerity during the negotiations, persuading Anchor Infinity to work with Ida to establish a secure state. In the near future, Idans and Kylians will be free to travel between 2 zones. We will maintain friendly, equal relations with the interests of both. Due to the significant resources required for establishing this passage, we must pause the immigration applications for the new Project Ark. However, the Ida will support the construction of Kylo, backing our future efforts to explore and transform broader habitats.
Me? Wait, I didn't say that. Oh, he's taking advantage of the chaos. Wait a moment.
Please hold on. Mr. Nanto did indeed forget one thing. Ida will also fund the Hope Fleet's largest I believe everyone here has heard of Project Astralis. After all, I've been in the news 10 times recently, and 9 of those mentions in the past. Many believe the Hope Fleet acted recklessly, and that the project was merely squandering Kylo's precious resources and energy. Even ultimately.
But we still have a second round of negotiations, which will cover Ida's specific funding plans for Kylo and the construction plans for the new Tower of Fantasy. A new Iden diplomatic representative delegation is about to arrive in Kylo to commence.
What?
Another delegation?
That concludes today's press conference. Thank you.
Nice job, Nem. If I really promised the Kylians so many resources and can't deliver, Plotty, no, Papa definitely will.
At last, I get to see Kylo in person. Hello, I am Plotty, an authorizer. Thank you for all your hard work. I'll handle what comes next. You can—
I thought Nem was only bluffing back then. I didn't expect you to actually show up. And so quickly.
It's all thanks to Void Piercer. After she took control of all the equipment in Kylo, she immediately restarted the space rift and told me—
That request for a second round of negotiations just now. It came from you.
Yes, the authorizer departed in too much haste and is not a professional diplomat, so they may not have fully understood there was—
You cunning Idans. You've outwitted us.
Given Kylo's situation, even if Ida is in poor shape, what we're about to do should rightly be called It's not a good place to talk. Let's head inside.
Shirley, how are you? Are you feeling okay? I'm so sorry. Trust me, I won't let anything like this happen again. I promise.
I believe you. Nem told me everything you've been through. You did everything you could. You're carrying so much— Why don't you explain to me how Nem became like this first?
Do you recognize her?
It was Veronica's idea.
So, was it really Plotty who told you to say those things just now?
Mm-hmm.
You would listen?
Want to hear what they're saying? Now that Lana's gone, this place is all mine.
You're changing the subject? Honestly, I'd like to hear.
Surrender the space rift technology and cooperate with us to construct the Tower of Fantasy. Those are the only demands Hykros has.
So you want us to reenact the disaster from 50 years ago? The Kylians aren't short on intelligence. We're just short on—
I figured that would be your biggest concern. You can rest easy. That issue has all—
Are you saying Hykros of Ida can't even build a large-scale space rift? Yet you somehow claim to have a solution to the technological problem that shattered Ida 50 years ago?
I've heard your blunt retorts. You're wrong about one thing. We've determined the disaster 50 years ago was caused by human error. You're all on this space station. So you should know that 50 years ago, humanity had no choice but to launch a global retracement to deal with the temporal—
Then you failed, imposing a mass euthanasia on all of Ida. Truly, the dead are not affected by
The origin resonance failure 50 years ago was caused by humanity's insufficient preparations. Simply put, it was initiated under a state of emergency and but this time, our objective is to execute a perfect global retracement.
How do you achieve perfection?
Because this time, we have the perfect author.
Plotty knows I'm the perfect authorizer?
Did I forget to mention? I wanted Hykros to go all out to rescue you, but Plotty wanted to keep observing the situation and your reactions.
What else did you tell her?
She threatened me, saying that if I didn't reveal everything I knew, she'd abandon the rescue mission.
You didn't really believe her threats, did you?
The one threatening me was Papa. You can't reason with a lunatic. I've run the numbers. There's a 90% chance Papa will make whatever choice she wants to.
So, Plotty knows about—
Yes, but she's very rational. She didn't tell—
Even if everything you said was true, building the Tower of Fantasy, connecting with Ida, and ultimately allowing Kylians to return home. Kylo is not the same as Ver. At that time, there will be no
We may have different perspectives. That's fine. There's still no evidence. Once I prove it, we can—
What exactly are you trying to prove?
Please, both of you, follow what was said at the press conference and make every effort to construct stable channels. Preferably using large-scale space rift technology, as we will be dispatching research personnel to conduct—
What exactly are you planning to research?
As far as I know, you, as commander of the Hope Fleet, have been eager to launch major long-range expeditions. But that's difficult in Kylo. There's too much space-time turbulence. Hykros is not skilled in space rift technology, but for certain reasons, we have researched something similar to space-time turbulence. The Abyss. If our researchers can develop a more accurate space-time turbulence detection device here, I believe it will greatly assist your navigation.
Can you really pull this off?
Absolutely. But we'd need to work closely with Kylo's researchers. Knowledge only progresses through collab. Moreover, to learn as much as possible about space-time turbulence, it would be best to conduct research across different corners of Kylo's space. We may also need to ask Kylie and Hykros to construct several large-scale
We can only allow limited sharing of research results. Key research milestones must be completed independently by the researchers from Kylo.
The Space Rift Technology team currently belongs to Apex. And Apex will assign a representative to provide detailed terms of cooperation. We can discuss this further at our next negotiation. My aunt still needs me to look after her, so I must take my leave.
He went to see Aglaia. Should we go see her too?
Us? I don't think so. She doesn't know us. To her—
Well, since Plotty's here, let's relax a bit and dump our burdens on her.
You can tell that I'm feeling uneasy?
Did my attempt to comfort you come off that—
Lana's words. Upgrade complete.
I've searched all of Kylo, but Lana has vanished completely. The only place I can't reach right now is Planet Noah, because it's surrounded by— For now, we can leave everything to Plotty. We won't be able to get anywhere near Planet Noah until her space-time turbulence detection—
I want to have a chat with Plotty once she comes out.